the Western Force. Let's head out west. And Nels, do you want to take us through players you should know for 23 for the Western Force?
Look, you should know these two guys pretty well over the last couple of years. Ollie Callan, I think he's set for a real breakout year and going to leapfrog Kane Kateka, who's his main competition. 22-year-old product from Western Australia, which is great. Really, really solid over the ball. He featured for Australia A in that Japanese series as well. Really, really exciting player. Jeremy Williams is the other, 195 centimetres tall at 21 years old. He was at the Waratahs, have 17 Super Rugby appearances. Not a lot of those were starts, but made his debut in 2021 against the Reds. Promising young lock. There's quite a few coming through in Australia, but junior Wallabies in 2019, Australian schools and Australian 18s, under 18s in 2018. And he's going to be fighting Ryan McCauley, another very tall timber. And Isaac Rodder clearly going to be the man locked in for the locks for them.
Yeah, and keep in mind, only 17 games. Remember, he tore his hammy off the bone last year early in the season. So he was playing pretty much every game up to that point, and I think really making a name for himself. So he's a very impressive young lock. In the you might knows, it depends if you watch Bunnings NPC, I'm going to go Jackson Pugh, 23-year-old lock number 8, probably play a little bit of 6 as well. He's only played 6 games for the Force so far, but he's already established himself as Auckland's first choice number 8 in the NPC. He played, I think, every game bar 1 last year. Scored some impressive tries, and he's got himself into top physical shape through a big NPC campaign for him. With Brynard Stander departing, I think Pugh will be fighting against Tim Anstey and Michael Wells for both the 6 and the 8 jersey. So the utility that he has, I think, means that he's a very good chance of being in the 23 and potentially into the starting side.
He's a very exciting player.
For sure, and he's just gotten bigger and bigger as well. So he's a really big frame that the Force will want to have on the field as much as possible.
Don't forget he was playing number 8, and Akira Ioane was playing 6 for Auckland a fair bit. So that's not bad.
He was. And he scored some impressive tries, like in the NPC semi-final. They were getting smashed by the Lions, and he brought it back, scored a try under the post, kind of brought them back into the game. So yeah, it was huge. How good. All right, players you might not know for the Force. Sam Spink, the 23-year-old Englishman. He's a dynamic ball-carrying centre, has 26 caps for Wasps. He played, represented England, the under-18s and under-20s levels. So he is, again, that's what we said in our preview. The biggest question for the Western Force was, what are they doing in the centres? With Kyle Godwin and I forget who else departing. We had, frankly, no idea. And also with Rishjan Pasatoa out, we had no idea kind of how that's all going to play out. But he could be the answer. And he started there in the 12 jersey, I think it was the 12 jersey in the trial over the weekend. So could be just what they need. And therefore, could play a lot of game time this year. So it could be big. And then Rupeni Mataeli. The younger Mataeli brother has joined his brother over at the Force. And I mean, look, if you're Simon Cron, new coach, I mean, how do you resist the urge to not just start both Mataelis on each wing? You know what I mean? I know I couldn't do it. I'm only human. But Rupeni is a youngster. I think he might have just turned 19, promoted to the full squad after being in the development squad last year. And, I mean, he is massive. I was even just watching his first 15 highlights for 2021 on YouTube. And his thighs, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was bigger than his older brother in high school. So huge. I want to see him, and I want to see both Mataelis on the wing at some stage this year.